All right, y'all, welcome back to LYTE Conversations, where we bring light to dark situations. And we right back ain't cheating. You're rocking with your boy Nashadi. And to my right, I got my boy John, my man's no spaces. John, how you doing, man?
Well, I didn't know we was going in like that, so I'm over here.
We bringing in.
I'm chomping on some Mike and Ike's.
We ain't wasting no time. Yeah, they're not sponsored. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all are more than welcome to. Yeah, we really love candy, though.
No, well, I mean, you love. I'm learning to love candy because of your love of candy.
Right.
So you're conditioning to me love candy. Every time I come over here, you're like, "Here's some candy."
So you say I'm a bad influence, then, huh?
Or a good one, depending on your love of candy. Like wherever you fall on the love of candy.
Right.
Then you're a good influence or a bad influence. My dentist would say both. You know, because he's like,
touche.
Man, you're a bad influence, but also.
Cha-ching.
Repeat customers,
right?
Yeah.
All right, man. What we got for him today, John? We've been going through it. I feel like we're getting rocking and rolling. We almost to that 10th episode, so we keeping it pressing, keeping it pushing. If y'all don't know, most podcasts stop before the 10th episode. If you don't know, now you know. All right, John.
I don't think that's how that song goes. I don't think that's how that song goes at all, actually.
What we talking about today, John? What we talking about, man?
I think today we're talking about what is a brand. So what does that mean? Like, everybody's like, hey, this is my brand, you know, or that's my brand, or, you know, stay true to the brand, or things like that. But, like, what is a brand, you know?
Okay.
So let's break it down.
What is a brand? What is a brand to you, my man?
Well, I asked the question, so I think you have to answer the question.
Nah, I brought it in last time. You remember? You set me up for the whoop wimp. You made me go twice. You
brought me in, though. You're like, what's the question? Oh, now I'll also answer it. What's that about?
Double back with the double back. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what we say, right back ain't cheat. Let's go, John. What is a brand, my bro?
I think the brand is you. Mm-hmm. Like, as concise as I can put it, is like you are your own brand, right?
Okay.
So, like, when you own a business, eventually your business can have its own brand. Yep. It can create its own life type of thing.
Okay.
Like Starbucks. If you think about Starbucks, like, what is Starbucks more than just like the emblem of Starbucks? So Starbucks is more of a brand. It's you know, there's a book called Pour Your Heart Into It. And they talk about this.
Okay.
Where it's a place where you go to hang out. It's a place that it's an experience, right?
Okay.
So, like, what is Tesla? You know, what is Apple? It's different than just the logo of the apple, right?
Right.
So, like, Apple is like, you know, creatives. It's cool.
Okay.
So you can take any brand you want to and just kind of trickle that down. But before you have that type of business, you are the brand.
That's true.
You know, so it's like, so even if you're out there and you're listening or watching this right now, and you're like, I don't even have business, but I just like what you guys are saying, or, you know, maybe you just think we're good looking or something, whatever the reason is that, you know, whatever the reason is that you're watching this.
Yep.
But you are your own brand. And what I mean by that is, like, before you even have a business, when you go into a room, you're representing you.
Right.
Right?
Yep. Exactly.
And so it's like when you go into a job, even if you're working that 9 to 5.
Yep.
How you work that 9 to 5 is your brand.
Right.
So if you're coming in right on time and you're leaving right at 5, that's your own brand. Yeah. Now, is it good or not? That's a different story, but that's a brand.
Righteous.
You know? So it's like, for me, when I left the last job I was at and I started going off 100% on my own, it's like people came out the woodwork to try to work with me in some capacity. And the reason why is because of the brand that I created while I was there.
Righteous.
So they know, like, when they look at me, they're like, hey, here's a guy that adds value in any situation or any room that he's in.
Yes, sir.
So I want him in the room that I'm in.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So that's your brand. So if you're in there and you're working your 9 to 5 and you're getting there early, you're knocking your stuff out, you're always looking for things to do, you're learning while you're going.
Yep.
That's your brand. You are your own brand until you have your own brand.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yep, for sure. It's like, how can I identify you? I don't go to McDonald's for gas, do I?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't go to Tesla for food.
Depends on the type of gas, but I mean.
What type of gas you got at McDonald's?
Intestinal, you know. Like,
Come on, fam.
I'm saying.
I was wondering where he was headed with this one. Like,
what type of gas you were looking for. I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's like, so how can I identify you? Like, what do you do? John, do you think people should come to you for modeling swimsuits?
Well, I mean, I've looked pretty good in swimsuits.
Do you think they naturally would?
What are you trying to say?
You know, I set them up for the whoop, man. I shouldn't even went that way. You feel me?
I feel personally attacked by that question, actually. Yes, I do, actually. I think that all people should look to me. I got legs for days. That's all I'm saying.
Come on,
no, I got legs on eggs. You know, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah. Other than modeling for swimsuits,
yeah. They're gonna come to you when it comes to what? Entrepreneurship. They know you can start businesses. They know you can build businesses. They know because that is what you consistently do. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, how can I identify you? What do you consistently do? And like you said, okay, so your brand starts with you, right? So what do you ask yourself this question? So this is more of a question right now. What do you consistently do? Good, bad, or indifferent? Do you consistently lie? Do you consistently support?
Oh, you're attacking now.
No. I'm just asking all things. Do you consistently sell? Do you consistently? So it's just, I'm just asking the question because we're talking about you are your brand.
Right.
So I'm asking you to take a look at your own character and see, okay, what am I doing? Good, bad, or indifferent that is identifying me each and every day. When a person looks at me, what do they say? Oh, Nishadi, man, he is a good person or he's a bad. Hey, I remember he helped me or I remember he hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I remember he could do this, but man, he can't do that. You're not going to come ask me to work on your car. Nobody's going to identify me as that because I've never been that guy.
I actually came over today to see if you wanted to. I got some car problems.
Nah, fam. You might, I'm not that guy. Now, if you my doggy like you, I will try to help.
Pop the hood and pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. But I'm going to point you for sure in the right direction. But if you need you some inspiration, some motivation, you know what I mean? If you need you some music or some tips and things like that, if you just need somebody just to hear you out, that's who I am. That's how I identify myself. So that is my brand. You know what I mean?
I would say two things about that. One is what you talked about. It's like it's consistency, though, right? So you might be like, man, my brand's, I want to get to work early. It doesn't matter if you get to work early 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row.
Yep.
It's what you do consistently over time. And it's not even about what you want your brand to be. It's how other view you. Right?
Yeah. Perception is everything.
Yeah. And what's beautiful about the brand until you build until you're super intentional about building your brand as a business is like when you're being a brand as an individual, is you get to dictate that.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And so like if we really you want to go, let's go attack mode for a second, where it's like, if your brand, if you look at it, you step back and go, okay, what's my brand? Like if I asked 100 people and I'm not in the room, what are they going to say about me?
That's good.
And they're like, hey, this guy's a liar. Like that's on you.
Yep. That's,
like you made those choices to be that liar.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that like you can redo it today.
Rebranding.
Exactly.
Rebranding.
And it's just, like you said, it's 100% about that consistency. Is what are you going to do every single day? What value are you going to add?
Yep.
What are you going to impact in this world or your own world? Not even the world, but your world.
Your world. Right, right there with you.
It's just consistent.
Yeah, I mean, be real easy. Ask your friends. Be real easy. Ask your family. Ask if you got kids. Ask your kids.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got a 4-year-old that'll definitely tell you.
They're going to tell you. They're going to keep it a buck.
All about you. And you don't even want to know about it.
Hey, my nephew hurt your feelings. You better not. You better not ask him nothing about if you don't want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't ask your friends. They're not going to tell you anything.
Yeah.
Like have your boy ask your mutual friends while you're not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It might hurt your feelings. Okay, so I got a brand, John, right?
Okay.
I got a brand, whether it's a personal or a business brand, right? My question is, I'm at this point right here. How do I grow it?
Well, one is always staying true to it, right?
Okay.
So like there's let's say you get in business with a buddy, or maybe you get in business and then somebody comes up with you and they become a buddy, right?
Yep. Okay.
The brand comes first. That's just like a mantra that you have to have in the forefront of your mind at all times.
Yep.
And whether that's you as your brand or if that's your business as a brand, the brand comes first. And what does that mean? That means that before friendships, before anything, like whatever your disagreements are, what is the brand? Go back to it. So it's like the same thing as like a lot of people want to talk about mission statements and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like your brand should be your mission statement, right?
Okay.
So like you are your brand, you are your mission statement. So whatever it is that you want to do in this world, it should be the same. All your values should line up with the same thing, right?
That's real.
So let's say your brand is like, we want to be the, greenest mobile oil detailing business. Just making up something. Okay.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So every time you go and make any type of decision, it has to be weighed against what your brand is.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, we could get this oil, whatever, these oil filters that are, made in Sri Lanka in the diamond mines of whatever. And we're like, all right, time out. Is that green?
Yeah.
Because our goal, our brand, our mission is to be the greenest mobile oil detailing, etc.
Yep, that's real.
Right?
That's real.
Or it's like, hey, listen, I got all this extra oil. We could just dump it in this ocean. There's some big companies out there that did that.
Yep.
Not that I'm doing that, but
let's not.
No, lawsuit. Yeah,
right.
Episode 8, 9, 10, lawsuit. No,
it's dead.
No, but it's like, but just look at every decision that you make, whether it's a disagreement that you have within the company, or even if it's a disagreement that you have with yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Just go, okay, what is my brand? And then the decision has to align with the brand. Because if it's off brand, then it's not worth doing, because then you don't have a brand at all.
Okay, yeah, that's true. And then internally, you're not going to grow.
Exactly.
Because I can't trust you to be who you say you were.
Because it's not a brand. So then it's just your idea of something that you want to be at some point.
Yep.
And that's like, go to church for that.
Yeah.
If you want to be a better person, awesome.
Uh-huh.
But that's not a brand.
Right.
A brand is what you are. It's who you are. It's what your business is day in and day out. It doesn't matter if you're sick. It doesn't matter if you're going through some things. It doesn't matter. Starbucks is not closed because their employees had a funeral. Okay? They're there.
Yep, that's real.
They're there to serve you coffee. They're there to serve you the experience that they have created. That's their brand. Right? So it doesn't really matter. So the brand is just consistent, like you're saying, is over and over and over again. So how do you grow that is by that consistency. People have to be able to trust your brand, whether that's you or your business that you're holding that to. So every decision that you make, you have to just go, okay, is this in line with the brand? Feelings aside.
Yep.
Spouses aside, best friends aside, finances aside. If this decision is going to negatively impact the brand, then I can't do it. Or stop calling it a brand.
That's a fact.
That's it.
That's a fact. That's good right there. That's good. Ooh, y'all, he's coming with it. He's coming. I got to come with it. So a way that I think that you can grow the brand that has always worked for me is awareness. Awareness. Get out in front of the people. Make sure that people know at least who you are, right? So when I first started doing music back home, like my first thing I did, I said, okay, people know I'm about to start dropping and they've heard of me like doing music to some degree. But now I need them to take me serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need them to take me serious. So what way can I do that? I said, okay, I need to do some CDs, like I need to really print up some CDs.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it's back in the day. It's like you know where I'm at.
Way back. Yeah.
It's like you know where I'm at, right? So I like, all right, I'm going to print up some CDs. And I'm like, dang, I could sell them, right? Try to make me a little profit, but who knows who I am? I'm like, if I get out to the people and they know who I am first and become a fan, I can hit them with the double back on the double back. You see what I'm saying?
Snap.
Yes, sir.
The double back.
Righteous. So what did I do? I printed up 1,000 CDs and I gave them out. I hit every gas station in my town and I said, boom, boom, give them out. Like for free, I'm like, let them take however many they want. As soon as you run out, I'm doubling back with the double back. Did the same thing next time I did, I went and grabbed 5,000 CDs. By that time, from Atchison to St. Joe to Kansas City to Leavenworth to Topeka, you knew who I was.
Yep.
And then on top of that brand awareness, what did I do? I started looking like I was who I said I was, right? So how do you do that? So when I was rapping, I started hitting tours. You know what I mean? I'm knocking in with the big dogs. So that way you like, with T-Pain. Oh, hold on. Yeah. He's serious, y'all.
That happened, by the way.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Stage, baby.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to T-Pain, man. We need you on the podcast, bro. Come holla. But yeah, so awareness. That's another way that I got them aware. Okay, he's serious about this, right? Then another way we did it when me and my brother was doing it together, man, we moved as one, right? So when we did shows, how can we stick out at a show? Awareness, right? Is what I'm wondering. Even when we went out of town to shows, a whole hour away, this is what we did. We all had the same exact shirts on. Yep. And if you bought a ticket, you got a shirt too, because we mobbing deep. And so when we come in and we hit the stage, you're going to be like, that's who all these people are here for. It's them too. And it's so contagious that we so deep and everybody knows the music.
Give me a shirt too.
It's like
I want one.
Because awareness turns into FOMO. You know what I'm saying?
People want to be where people
fear
are.
Fear of missing out. So now it's like, you ain't got that. You ain't got the new music. You ain't got that new merch. Oh man, how can I? Man, you better get up on
you're not
this.
a real fan. Well, yes, I am. I saw them back when before they were cool.
Righteous, you know what I mean? So I think you have to make the people aware of what you're doing. We was even talking to Quest today. I'm like, bro, there's no reason that you making music and not dropping it. Like you have to drop. The people have to know. I even told them, I said they can't be calling you by your real name.
Yep.
They gotta call you by your rap name, by your stage name, by your musician name. Like there's no way in hell that they should be calling you that. You know what I'm saying? When you say this is what you do.
I think too is like just talking about awareness is like be aware of everything that you do. Somebody somewhere is watching, right? So it's like if you want to create like a brand, like you no longer are afforded. It's the same thing with like leadership or management, but it's like you're no longer afforded the luxury of being human.
Yep.
So you got to just assume
I can relate
that somebody somewhere is watching you, right?
Yes.
So it's like I made a decision a little while ago where it's like I'm never going to be repping any type of clothes.
Yep.
That my name or like something that I'm attached to,
right?
You know, so it's like the hat I'm wearing right now is a company that I own. You know, like I got this hoodie on. Like everything that I own,
talk that talk,
or everything that I'm wearing, because I'm a walking billboard.
Yep, that's a fact,
right? So anytime I get in or out of my car, somebody's going to see me. So why would I rep or be a billboard for somebody else's company when I could be one for me?
That is so real.
And so it's like, so if you're sitting there and you're going, you know, I'm gonna just like be like a horrible driver and just run into this guy. Like somebody's going to be seeing you.
Yep, that's real. That's
like,
real. You
like
think
people,
nobody did, but
like people are like they got wrapped vehicle, like company vehicles, driving like a maniac, and you're like, that's not going to affect your business, or your brand?
Right? Come on,
you know. So
man.
anything that you do, and it's like going back to the consistency thing is like, yeah, you can build a brand. You can spend an entire lifetime building your brand.
Yep.
And it could take a moment to destroy it.
That's that's so real.
Right?
That is so real.
So it's like, I understand that like the weight of this topic, but it's like build your brand and you can never not be building your brand.
Yeah, no, that's real. And I want to piggyback on that because man, so many times I was the identifiable person. So if something went wrong, they wasn't saying, "Oh, it was that group." It was like
it's the guy with.
It's him.
Yeah.
It's Nashadi now. It was him. I don't know who was all with them. I don't really know them, but he raps. I know him.
Go to talk to him.
Yeah, there was times I was,
trickles downhill.
Exactly, kicked out of places over things that other people did that was around me. But that just comes down to your brand. You are a brand. You never get to stop being a brand. Like, so when they seeing me and it's just like, oh man, you can't come in here. Like there's places there was places I couldn't go in because of things I didn't do, but just because I was there, just because they was attached, just because they was a part of me and what I was doing, they associated that with me. So that is so important to remember. Like you are always, you're never not the brand anywhere you go.
I think that's key too, though, is like, so once your brand, like once you have any type of notoriety type of thing.
Yep.
And you are your brand and you start getting out there a little bit, then like who your brand reps are, your representatives are now your brand as well. Yep. Right. So who you surround yourself with are now an extension of your brand. So it's like, so if you're hanging out with some people that are going to cause some stuff, then all of a sudden they're going to be like you're saying, it's like, well, it's not them that's getting it, it's your brand that's taking a hit. Right.
For sure.
Like, so if you own a business and you have a bunch of like really shoddy employees.
Yep.
I said shoddy, so don't beat me out.
Right,
I said shoddy. If you have some employees that are just kind of mailing it in, then now all of a sudden, what does your brand do? Everyone's like, don't use that company because they mail it in.
Exactly.
It's not, hey, Joe Blow down the street that you just hired that you're trying to, because he's a good guy, you really want him to do well, made a mistake.
Yeah.
It's no. That company is a bad company, right? So it's like, so if you are your brand and it's like your friends are an extension of your brand.
For sure.
Or if you own a business and you have a brand,
Yep.
then all of your employees are an extension of that brand too.
Exactly.
So that's why it's so key to have the training, to have like the daily meetings, the weekly, like all staff meetings, to check in with your boys or whatever.
Exactly.
That like whoever you're going to be around.
Yep.
They have to make sure that they are also on brand.
Exactly. And they care. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't care enough about themselves. So they for dang sure ain't about to care about your brand or what you got going on. You know what I mean? We call them crash test dummies. You know, like they'll just crash out. They don't care about what's in front of them. They're just going forward. And they just really don't care. So if you truly care about your brand, you really have to check out your surroundings. You really have to check out your environment. And sometimes you might just have to leave places. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get them instincts in your gut. You're like, you know what, this probably ain't for me. So I can see that this ain't where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I mean? So you have to be grown enough to be like, all right, this environment ain't for me. Let me separate myself, because I'm not gonna crash out because of what y'all got going on. Let me go ahead and head to the crib. I'll catch y'all on a different day. You feel me?
And sometimes, like piecing out of your environment just means piecing out from somebody. Right? So it's like, if you're trying to create this brand and you have this attached, and like you're going places, like this is the reason why you're on this planet. Right? Like the honest truth is that some people cannot or will not be part of that. Right? So if you're going somewhere and someone like, you're like, hey, listen, I really want to do this with you. Like, I want to partner with you. I want to, I want to be boys, whatever it is. I want to, come up with you.
For sure.
Whatever that looks like. And they just cannot do it. Then you have to cut those. You have a decision to make. You can either A, cut them loose, or B, realize that your brand is going to be whatever they are. Because you have now made a decision that their brand is stronger than yours. So then stop pretending like you have a brand, because it's theirs.
God, dog, man, you got to separate so you can elevate. You feel me? Oh my goodness, you got to separate so you can elevate. And understand this, and I think some people take this the wrong way. When you separate and the train leaves the station, that don't mean the train can't come back to pick up the passengers who's ready to board it. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because I separated from you doesn't mean there's no love lost. It just means I'm on a mission and your head ain't there yet. But we boys and we ain't did each other no wrong, right? Ain't nobody got hurt or anything. So we can always double back with the double back. But right now I'm on a mission and I don't feel like nobody else is on what I'm on. And that's okay. I don't expect you to be where I'm at as of right now. But one day you may get there. And when you do, I'm doubling right back. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, I have to protect the brand.
I think if we could get double back and a double back one more time in this episode, I think that's the... No, I just think that, like, if you're sitting there thinking either A, you have a business and you're like, okay, really, what is my brand? Like, your brand is not your logo. Let's just get that out the way.
Oh, okay, okay.
I understand we're like moments in, we're like, now we're getting at that. But like, just because you have a logo doesn't mean it's your brand. Your brand is what people perceive of you, of your business, or whatever. Okay, so that's your brand. So, so it's just like, what is a brand? The brand is whatever people perceive. Okay, so if it's just you, it's whatever people say about you as a person. If it's your business, it's whatever they say about your business, right? And a couple ways you can look at that is like, we talked about, you can have like somebody ask your friends and like get candid feedback. Or like you ask, my 4-year-old or your nephew, they'll give you candid feedback. Right. Or if it's a business, check the reviews, or like go to other places that like you're not actively seeking the advice or the feedback from. Because most people will leave reviews if they're negative. The only time people leave, most times.
That's true. You absolutely right.
Like if you have a great experience, 9 times out of 10, if somebody doesn't ask you for a review, you're just like, man, that was a great experience. And that's it. That's where it dies.
And you may even tell a friend too.
Right.
But you're not going to actually go and do the work and leave the review.
Right, exactly. And but if you have a bad review, you're like, man, I'm going to tell everybody about this.
You can't wait to type that mug so fast, boy. Like, I got to tell the people so they do not
I'm going to do a double back on the double back on this review. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, and you use it the right way, John, no spaces. I see you, boy.
I just say, if you're out there and you're like, hey, what is a brand? It's like, you are your brand. So just do a self-assessment of you. But it's not a one-time thing. It's every single day. Look at you and go, okay, what impact did I leave on the world today? The world meaning your world. Your sphere of influence, right?
For sure.
So it's like, what could I have done better today? What did I do good today? And just go down the list. What did my employees or what did the brand ambassadors do well today? What did they not do well today? What right or fixing of the brand do I need to do tomorrow? Those are the questions I'd ask.
For sure. Check those values. Check those morals. Check how your brand is identifying yourself. If you were a preacher, I'm not saying you shouldn't be drinking, but it's probably not best that you get caught in the side of the bar. You know what I mean? Because that goes against your brand.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it would be hard. Or I'll make it even better. It's probably not best if you're a preacher and we catch you in a strip club. Because we're preaching about, temptation and things like that. And there you go, tempting you. So then you're saying, oh, it is okay to do this. Or it's just like, man, now, because what people do, let's be honest, what people do is group people. It's never that person, is that those people. It wasn't it wasn't the name of the preacher. It was all preachers.
Yeah.
It wasn't the name of that church. It's all churches. It wasn't John, it was those white people. It wasn't Nishadi, it was those black people.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We're gonna throw race in there. All right, let's do it. No,
but but that's real though. That's how they identify. They're not just gonna blame just the person. It's like nah. You go to church? Nah, I don't go to church. Why? Man, all preachers is bad, man. I seen this one preacher that's going to the, you know what I'm saying?
Well, people I think just in general look for people to stumble. And the reason why is because it's easier for them to catch you stumbling than for them to build their own platform.
Ooh, that's so real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so real.
And so, I think like even Jesus didn't go get the wine. He made it himself. You know what I'm saying?
Whip him, mix it, twist it like
he double backed on the double back.
Yeah, he double back with the double back, the won't well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So for y'all's homework, man, the homework is ask some people around you. Who am I? How do you identify me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but as for like, don't be seeking. Because there's those people that are always like, it's my birthday. They're doing is looking for that happy birthday. Or
no, that's real. That's real.
I had a crazy night last night. Dang sure they're just like looking for that. Oh, what'd you do last night? No, don't be asking those people.
No,
just
that's real.
Hey, listen, guys, candidly.
Yep.
If you name the top 3 things that, like, when you think of me, what are the top 3 adjectives? Or, what are those top 3 things? Or whatever. Sure. And be seeking that candid feedback.
Yep. Because and it's going to be uncomfortable, right? But only it's in that discomfort is where you're about to grow. You know what I'm saying? You can't grow when everybody's always patting you on your head and patting you on your back. You need See, that's why there's players and that's why there's coaches, because you may be a good player, but you need someone to tell you, hey, you did excellent, but I think you could work on this, on this, and work on that, and be able to take it and not take it as a shot at you, but as a time for you to grow.
I think that's key too, though, is like when you're asking people for candid feedback, make sure that they have like I hate using the phrase safe place.
Right.
Space,
Yeah.
But like, don't be attacking them because you feel attacked.
Right.
Don't be asking people for feedback if you can't handle the feedback.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. So just don't be asking for the truth. So if somebody's giving you candid feedback, like, first of all, keep those people in your life.
Yep.
Because most people don't care about you enough to give you the truth about the issues that you're dealing with.
Real deal, holy.
They're just going to go, because it's easier for them to just go, oh, no, you're great.
Yep.
Because then they don't have to, there's no substance there.
Yep, for sure.
Right? So if you have somebody in your life that's like, hey, listen, I think you're great, but here's the issues that I think you could work on, because these are things that you are asking me for.
Yep.
Keep that person in your life.
For sure. If you see my boat sinking and you don't tell me there's a small leak in the back, you are not a friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you are not a friend.
No, you're not in the same boat. Yeah. You got another one over here.
Well, you're just ready to jump ship.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't even tripping.
100%.
You're going to the boat that's just floating. You know what I mean?
So you're in there with a bucket with me? Like, we can go far with that person.
Different ball game right there. Different ball game, man. Oh my gosh, John. Let's leave it right there. That's where it is right there. Hey,
we're gonna double back on the double back, and we'll see you at the next time when we do a double back on the single back.
Right.
It's different. It's a little different. Not as cool. But you know what I mean.
Hey, y'all, like Conversations. If you found any value in this episode, please, if you are on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment. If there's any questions, we will be sure to answer those. If you are on the podcast app, one or the two, download it, share it with a friend, and most definitely leave us a review. Yeah,
like you want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk. Let's do it. If you
leave us a review,
tell us what we could be doing better.
Yep, tell us what we can do better, man. We are here.
Get on this boat with us.
Yeah.
While we're double backing.
With the double back, we ain't getting bitter. We trying to get better. Love, peace, and hair grease, man. We'll see y'all next time.